Hi, I'm Liz. I'm a yoga instructor and nutritionist, and today we're going to be doing a class on, it's a yoga class for people with only one shoulder really working. So maybe you've got a shoulder injury or a wrist injury, and you want to do things that are more upright, that don't rely on down dog and putting a lot of pressure in the shoulder area. This is Lila here. All right, so let's get started. We're going to begin by sitting on our mat, just in a comfortable cross-legged position, whatever that might look like for you. Begin by allowing the head to drop in little half circles, ear to the shoulder, chin to the chest, ear to the shoulder, just coming forward. Nice, slow, gentle, rocking motion. I feel like you can inhale as your head comes up, exhale as the chin dips, and inhale as the ear comes back towards the shoulder. Just beginning to wake up the body here, connect with the breath. And let's go in full circles now. So bringing the crown of the head towards the wall behind you in a full circle. Let's do one more. And reverse. Good. So just nice gentle circles and whatever speed works for you. I find a nice slow speed really helps me work out any kinks I may have gotten during the day or during the night here. And as you reach the crown of the head towards the back wall, think about lifting back and up. So we're not putting pressure on those neck vertebrae, keeping everything nice and light and loose. Good. Come back up to neutral. And we're going to begin by lifting the right arm up and over, just out towards the side here, reaching right fingertips towards the wall. Ribs and chest open towards the ceiling. And if this is your injured shoulder, we're going to modify it, lift and do the other side, and I'll show you here. So if this is your injured one, left fingertips going towards the wall, just keep it down. Just keep the shoulder down, keep the arm alongside your chest. You'll still get a lovely stretch here on the side of the ribs. And just think energetically of the crown of the head going towards that other wall, and use your lower arm to support yourself. Let's do that once more. So over to one side. Big breath in, allow the rib cage to expand. Inhale, come up and over to the second side. Again, just keeping the injured arm down here. Throughout this practice, I'll be demonstrating primarily with the right side first, which for me is the uninjured side, and you can always reverse that if you need to. All right, arms up or whatever you can do, reaching the arms up high, and let's turn to the left, bringing the arms down, still nice, long through the spine, crown lifted, just rotating towards that left side. You can grab onto the knee, put your fingertips on the mat here. Give yourself a nice twist. And your next inhale, twist a little bit deeper. Exhale, twist a little further. And your next exhale, release. We're going to do the other side. So arms up, twist, nice length through the spine here. Bring the arms down. You can use your arms a little bit just to help you with the twist, but nothing too severe. We're not trying to crank around really far. Keep the neck relaxed, looking off towards the side. Don't worry about twisting it all the way to the back. This is really a spinal twist. But we want to keep the neck safe here. Your next inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Good. Come back to center. And shake that out for a moment. Good. We're going to come up on the toes a bit here. So just bringing the feet in front of you. Go ahead and lean forward. I'll turn to the side so you can see me here. I'll come up on the toes here, really stretching out the backs of the feet. Bracing yourself with two hands or with one hand, if one hand works better for you. Nice. And then heels come down, and we're going to come into a forward fold. If you like, you can keep one arm alongside your torso. So it would be like this. Hands on the thighs, flat back, half lift. Knees can be bent or straight, whatever is comfortable for you. Crown of the head reaching towards that side wall. Nice and wide, open through the collarbones. Shoulder blades come up onto the back a little bit. And forward fold. Again, whatever's comfortable with that arm. If it's comfortable to let it hang, let it hang. If it prefers to be tucked along inside you, then do that. Let's roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Good. And come to the top of your mat or wherever you've got some space to step behind you. Standing hip distance apart. Bring the left foot back here. Toes turned out about 90 degrees. Bending the front knee. Arms up and out to the side or however far they reach for you. You can keep one hand down if you prefer. I think I'm going to do that today. I think I'm going to keep one hand down. But imagine I've got one arm out here. Yes. Take a look down at your front knee and just see that it's tracking the same direction as your toes. We don't want it to come in. We don't want it bowed out. Just headed the same direction. And the heel should be bisecting the arch on the back foot. Good. Warrior two. And then we're going to lean towards that front wall as far as you can go. When you hit your maximum, rotate the torso. Bring your elbow down to your thigh. Back arm comes up. A modification might be just keeping that arm alongside you or down here. Whatever's going to work for you. Feel a nice openness. Feel a nice openness on the ribs here. Next inhale, come up. Beautiful. And then let the back arm drop. Front arm is going to come up and over, or up and sideways, or you can just keep it down here along your body. Lifting with the chest towards the ceiling, rotating open, reverse warrior. And come back to warrior two. I'm going to swivel those front toes in. So now we're in a wide stance. Hands on the hips and flat back, fold halfway, and then release all the way. Arms come down, or one arm comes down, one stays by your side. And allow any tension to roll out of your back, down your arms, to your fingertips, and into the floor. Nice strong legs. Bring the hands back up to the hips, flat back halfway up, and come all the way up to standing. Nice. We're going to swivel the opposite side foot, so we're going to go the other direction now. You might want to adjust your back foot. Just kick that heel back a little bit further so the toes are just a smidge pointing towards the forward direction, bending the front knee, arms come up and out to the side. Or arm comes down. So we're in Warrior Two, looking out over the front hand. Again, you can make this easier or more challenging. It's up to you. If you want to make it easier, step in. If you want to make it more challenging, zigzag your foot back out and bring it all the way back. Whatever is going to work for you. Again, checking that this knee pointing the same direction as your toes. The heel is going to bisect the arch on the back foot. Deep breath in, exhale through the nostrils. Good, lifting up through the chest, allowing the tailbone to drop and feel heavy. Warrior Two. On your next inhale, reach forward as far as you can. When you reach your limit, bring the elbow down on top of the thigh here. Back arm comes up and over or can stay along your side. So any of these poses you can modify to really be one arm or one hand. Just keep it down by your side. Adjust that back foot. So if you need to bring in this arm, you can. Whatever works for you. Good. Inhale. Back up. We're going to sweep backwards. Reaching out towards that back wall. Energetic fingertips. Bend that front leg. Deep breath in. Let the rib cage expand. And inhale back to Warrior Two. Good. Straighten the legs. Swivel this foot back in. Come back to a nice wide stance here. Hands on the hips. Flat back and fold. Take a breath here. And then release the arms. And forward fold. Just take a moment here to relax. Let the tension fall out of your back. Adjust anything you'd like to. Wiggle around a little bit. You don't have to stay totally still in yoga. Good. Activate the legs. Really imagine kind of slurping the ground up through your legs, coming through the feet, all the way up the lower legs, all the way up the upper legs, really engaging all the muscles, hugging that muscle to bone. Hands to the hips, flat back half lift. Keeping that active muscles around your legs. Go ahead and come all the way up on your next inhale. And zigzag the feet into one another. Good, shake it out. All right, we're gonna do a couple feet exercises here. So come up on one foot. I've got the left foot up. And then alternate. I'll turn to the side so you can see here. So we're just alternating, stretching out kind of the bottom of the foot, activating the calf muscle. Let's do this a couple of times. Good, and then standing on one foot, I'm just going to stand on my left, bringing the right behind me, top of the toes, touching the mat. Really allowing the top of the foot to stretch, the front of the ankle to stretch. Toes are straight backwards, not sickled in or facing out, so not this, but just really straight back. You can hold on to a chair or a wall for balance. Let's do the other side. So left foot goes back. A lot of times if we're injured, we get unbalanced and we start using our body asymmetrically. And it's nice to really focus from the feet all the way up to enhance that symmetry that we lose when we're injured. Good, bring the foot in. Shake that out. And now we're going to shift our weight. Feet are directly underneath the hips. Shift your weight onto the balls of your feet, keeping the heels down. So I'm really bringing my hips forward. Hips come forward. Heels stay back. And now I'm going to bring my weight back onto the heels. So my toes are still down, but the weight is primarily in the heels. Let's go back to the weight on the balls of the feet. And back to the heels. Balls of the feet. And the heels, one more time. The front of the foot. And the back of the foot. Good. We're going to go from side to side now. So over to one side and to the other side. So I'm just sending my hips, keeping my head and my shoulders kind of in the same spot. But I want to really explore all the sides of my feet. And we're going to get centered on the feet in just a minute. We want to explore the far edges. One more time. Over to the side and the second side, and then come back centered here. Just kind of find your center. You even lift up your toes, spread them wide, put the pinkies down, put the big toes down, bringing them towards each other as much as possible, and then place all those middle toes down. You should feel nice and grounded. At least I hope you do. I do. All right. Bend the knees, keeping the heels on the ground. Bend the knees. Now pressing into the ground. Just press, 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 press as you stand up slowly. Let's do that one more time. So down, and then press. Really press yourself in and up. Good. We're going to begin by taking the right foot and place the heel on the ankle. Hips stay facing forward, hips stay level. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Palms pressing together slightly. Go ahead and, if you're comfortable here, bring this foot up, touching the calf into tree position, tree pose. Nice. If you're comfortable here, you want to take it to the next level, reach down and bring the foot all the way up, tree pose. I really like this variation of tree. There's also the more traditional, so it's hard to do with a balance and talking and moving at the same time, one-armed. I'm going to bring my leg down. I'm going to come all the way down to the ground. And if you need to, that's okay too. You get the same benefit for the pose, whether you're here, or whether you're here, or whether you're all the way up. My one request is that you don't put your foot right on your knee. That puts a lot of pressure on the knee. So either above or below, either way. Arm positions, they can be out. This is really hard with an injured arm, as well as up. If you're not lifting both arms, it makes the balance harder. It just makes it harder. So we're going to stick with this one for today. Good. Bring the foot down, shake it out. And come back into like a little mini squat here. Little mini squat, pressing into the feet. Really press and activate the legs as you stand up. Deep breath, exhale. And let's go again. Squat here, pressing into the earth and standing back up. We're going to do tree pose on the opposite side. So taking the left heel, placing it on the right ankle. You might want to put a tiny, tiny micro bend in the back of this standing leg. It'll just help with the strength and the balance. So you won't be just stacked, kind of locking the bone on bone, not locking your knee. Bring your foot up if you like. Hands out, pressing together, palms together, elbows out a little bit. If you like, you can reach down, bring this leg up, give it a go. I'm going to give it a go, see what happens. So stare out straight ahead of you at a fixed point. It'll help with the balance. Engage the abs. Remember to breathe. This is one of the few poses I'm like, oh, I am doing yoga with my busted shoulder. But apparently I can't talk very well in tree pose, so I'm gonna hang here while I talk to you guys. But this is lovely as well. Just gentle pressure, palms together, if that's comfortable for you. Tree pose. And bring the feet down, bring the hands down. Inhale, sweep the arms up as best you can. Reach up to the ceiling. Feel the energy from the ground coming all the way through your body, out your fingertips towards the sky. Big inhale in and exhale, fold. Knees bent or straight, your choice. Zigzag the feet out just a little bit, a couple of inches, and then we're going to come down into a squat here. You can go up on your toes here, or if you're comfortable, you can sit back on your heels, hands together, prayer position. Elbows can be inside the knee if that works for you. Just get a little extra press and opening through the hips and the legs there, or you can just, hang it out like this and keep this shoulder inactive here. Depends on where you are in your healing journey. Couple big breaths here. Lifting up through the chest, opening the collarbones as much as possible here. Go ahead and sit back on your mat. Bring the right leg out in front of you. Left foot comes to the thigh. Flex the right foot. Bring your arms back or one arm back. Just sit up nice and tall here as much as you can. Some of us are more flexible than others in this position, but a tendency is to roll back here. So really think about folding at the hips here, and go ahead and use one arm or two arms behind you just to give yourself a little push here. If you like, bring arms out in front or grab onto your toes. Feeling a stretch on the back of this right leg. We're not here to collapse and round, but really just this fold at the hips and stretching out the bottom of the right leg. And we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Switch legs. So we're going to extend the left, bring the right one in. Again, get yourself situated. Give yourself a little push forward. Flex the left foot and lean forward a little if you like. Hold on to that foot. Wherever you are at is the right place for you. So whether you're up here or whether you're all the way down, it's all good. Just make it work for you. And we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. All right, bend the knees. Go ahead and lie back. Keeping the knees bent. And then bring them towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Roll side to side just a little bit. Give yourself a little massage on the back. Release the knees just a little bit. Big inhale. And as you exhale, bring the knees closer towards your body and help squeeze all the air out. Your next inhale, release the knees. Bring the feet back to the mat. Bring your arms out into a T shape, or bring one arm out into what would be a T shape. The other one, just put where it is comfortable, which might be along the side of your body. It's totally fine, whatever works for you. We're going to drop the knees to the right side. Look out over the left hand. And we're just allowing gravity to take the knees here. There should be no effort. Keep both shoulders on the floor. Your knees won't reach the floor likely. They'll just be flopped in that direction. If you're comfortable here and you'd like to take it to another level, pick up your right foot and place it over your left knee. Just get a little extra twist in. Deep breath in. Exhaling all the air out. And your next inhale, bring the knees up, back to center, uncross the legs. And we're going to let the knees drop over to the left side, gazing out over the right hand or where the right hand might be. Again, keeping both shoulders on the floor. And if you like, pick up your left foot, place it on top of the right knee, and just let gravity do its thing. Should be a relaxed pose here. Feeling a nice, gentle twist all through the spine and the rib cage, the abdomen, the hips. Nice, deep, even breaths here. On your next inhale, bring the knees back up to center, uncross your legs. Bring the knees in towards your chest again. Exhale all the air out, and then use your momentum here to come up into a comfortable seated position, cross-legged, half lotus, whatever works for you. Take your hands, press them behind you. Just allow your sits bones to come up off the mat for a moment and come back down so you're really nice and comfortable. Hands together, pressing gently in front of the heart. You can dip the chin slightly if you like. Gazing softly at the floor or close your eyes as you are comfortable. Take a deep breath into the belly and exhale from the belly and the chest all the way out. Every last drop of air through the nostrils. And just let your breathing return to whatever normal is for you, just your natural breath. I want you to give yourself a pat on the back for coming to yoga today, for spending time with me and engaging in the present moment, for working through a physical practice, possibly with an injured shoulder or an injured wrist or hand. I want to wish you a beautiful rest of the day. Namaste.